Hi, legends. How is everyone doing? Welcome to Monday, another live stream. Let's analyze the price of Bitcoin. As you know, this channel is predominantly focused on Bitcoin. It's also the coin that I do most of my day trading on. And the question is, okay, all eyes on Bitcoin. Also, when you look at Bitcoin dominance, you can see that dominance is in the favor of Bitcoin at the moment. So the alts are taking a little bit of the backseat. We have to admit that Bitcoin is currently still receiving all of the love, okay? And it's not altcoin season yet. Altcoin season is not here, and we need to focus on Bitcoin because Bitcoin is going to show us the way, right? Also, as per the thumbnail, I have some alarms going off here. Also, as per the thumbnail, can you guys guess, and I'm sure you guys will all get it right, what I'm about to talk about today? Can you guess what I'm about to talk about today, right? So let's see how this plays out. Hi, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽𝗁, welcome. 𝗬𝗨𝘆𝗽𝗁, hi, welcome to the stream. South Pole, expecting only doom at this point. Yes, the market is extremely bearish. Sentiment is bearish. Fear and greed is at fear at the moment. It's jumping between extreme fear and fear at the moment. And on CoinGlass node, it is showing extreme fear, worse than what we've seen with the FTX collapse. So quite scary out there. A lot of people expecting more downwards momentum. Also, the structure that we find ourselves in Bitcoin looks bearish at the moment. So do the bulls have a chance for upwards momentum here? That is the question. Legends, let's get right into the analysis. And let me share what I'm about to share. For those of you that missed Saturday's live stream, go check it out. There's a lot of alpha in Saturday's live stream. I go a little bit more into the larger time frame and also highlight some potential bearish case scenarios for all the bears out there. Okay, but today, okay, we're going to be a little bit more bullish. Let's be a little bit more, okay, at least maybe there's light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe the low is in. Maybe we can go to higher levels. Maybe we're not going to make the WXY correction here to the downside. Maybe that harmonic pattern that I showed everyone on Saturday is not going to play out. Maybe this is the structure of the beginning of the bull market. Who knows, right? Who knows? What I do know is that we have just printed, as I was about to start the live stream over here, this little guy. Everyone know, or anyone know what this is, okay? I have spoken about this in the past during some of my previous live streams, and today specifically I want to talk about this little guy over here, because this one that's printing over here is a little bit more significant maybe than some of the other moons that's printed in the past. Okay, legends, when I go into the 8-hour time frame, let's just do a quick recap and see how well these moons has played out in the past. Some traders also swear by this indicator, and it does have a 74% hit rate, so it is 74% accurate. I have noticed that it struggles during ranges, but it performs exceptionally well when the market is trending to either the upside or to the downside. Okay, so when I zoom into the last couple of moons we had during this structure, and this is what I mean by a range. The full moons and the new moons really struggle, okay, during a range, but they do exceptionally well when you have a trending market to the upside. And just a quick recap for those of you that have watched my tutorials on my YouTube channel, where I go into detailed analysis about the moons, also showing you that you can actually make money purely just playing the full moons as the only indicator on your chart. You can see that, you know, just going and back testing it slightly here a little bit, you can see that, okay, during the trending market here to the upside, every time we had a full moon pushed price to the upside. Then you have a new moon that either consolidates price or pushes it to the downside. Here it consolidated price and it even went higher, so this one was actually invalidated. But then again, you have a full moon that pushes price up. You have a new moon that consolidates price. You have a full moon that pushes price up. And so you get the picture. I mean, look at this one. This was a beautiful full moon. The moon prints and we have a rampage here to the upside. The new moon prints and we have consolidation. The full moon prints and it's just an absolute moon candle here to the upside, okay? And then the range started. And everyone was, including myself, we were still talking and keeping an eye on the full and the bull moons over here. And you can see some of them did play out. You have a new moon, it pushed price down. You have a full moon, it pushed price up. New moon, it pushed price down. Okay, this one got invalidated, kind of. Okay, it fell to the ground, but then it recovered back to where it started. And then the new moon pushed it back up, and then this one got invalidated because we found momentum to the upside. So it is during ranges where the full moons and the bare moons really struggle. But you can see during the beginning of this pump here to the upside, it was a full moon, okay, that started it all. Can you guys see there? A full moon started this aggressive rally here to the upside. This is where it started. Also, I think if I go back a little bit more, right? Also, that was the full moon that started this rampage here to the upside round about October 2023. But when this bull market started was also with a full moon, okay? That's where it really started taking off. You can also see this low was made when the full moon printed. So if you bought the full moon over here, you bought the lowest point over here, and you had an absolute rampage here to the upside. Also here, you had an absolute rampage. Now the question is, okay, when I look at this structure, we've just had a full moon print over here. Now the question is this going to be the start of something amazing here to the upside, where we could potentially come and claim that $70,000 level again? Or is the range just going to continue over here? That is the question. So, I mean, we have to acknowledge that we do have a little bit of buying pressure with the full moon kicking in, and you can see every time a full moon prints, you have a little bit of upwards momentum, but it really struggles in the ranges. So if the range is going to continue here, it's most likely going to invalidate it. The reason I want to talk about this specific moon, and I haven't spoken about these moons over here, is that it is said from an astrology perspective that this moon is a special full moon, okay? And maybe with that speciality around it, maybe it will give us some upwards momentum. Who knows, okay? I just wanted to go over here. I've also got this full moon calendar that I just keep an eye on sometimes. And you can see on the 19th of August, 26 minutes past 2 p.m. is when, or 18:16 GMT time is when this super surgeon blue moon is going to print. And what makes this moon so special is, I actually made a note here so that I just don't, say the wrong thing over here. It is an extraordinary event where the moon appears larger and brighter than usual. This will only happen in the year 2037 again. So it is said that it's a super blue moon that's going to be larger than usual, and we will only see it in 2037 again. So maybe, okay, it will give this moon a little bit more juice to push the price up for us. Who knows, okay? But at the end of the day, we're here to trade the chart. We're here to look at CVD. We're here to look at what the structure looks like. And I mean, we have to admit, okay, acknowledge, maybe that's a better word, that we have bullish CVD against this pivot and this pivot. We also have bullish CVD against this pivot and this pivot. So I can imagine if price had to still fall down here, it does look like we are going to form or find support in the structure somewhere to go and claim that high again. And perhaps this full moon over here will do a little bit of magic. I know it sounds very taboo. I just had to point it out. And I am still sticking and in the fence, like I said with my update this morning, that there is still a higher probability that we're going to come take the high before we take the low. The question is, once we've taken the high, what are the probabilities going to look like then? Or is this going to be the moon that's going to start off something that no one is expecting, okay, and just start rampaging here to the upside, make a higher low, make a higher high, small little retracement, and continue the momentum here to the upside and just catch everyone off guard? I just see so much fear at the moment in the market. The structure looks corrective, okay? Retail doesn't want to buy anymore. I also see in the comments that people leave in the video descriptions after the videos. Some people are very bearish and sticking to their guns. 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, we're going to $30,000. Why are you still going through bullish scenarios? The bull market is over, okay? I really like comments like that because it gives me a sense of the sentiment out in the market. When most people start turning bearish, that's usually a good place where smart money steps in and they start accumulating. Right, when retail is extremely bullish and I get comments that we're going to 100K, we're going to $1 million, we're going to $250,000, you know, usually for me, that's, I need to start taking profits on some of my open trades or my swing trades that I've got open. Okay, but I still get lots of sentiment in terms of the market is really, really bearish at the moment. And I mean, there's no denying that there's a possibility and a good possibility that we can still come and claim the low over here. Okay. Hello from China, Josh UA. Welcome, welcome. Peros, Andy in the house. Is Andy here? Like destroyed. The Blue Moon Master. Yes, Andy, I just had to speak about the Blue Moon over here, okay? I found it quite interesting that maybe this moon, okay? And, you know, I like to trade with confluence. We have bullish CVD. We have more bullish CVD over here. And I can just imagine, even if price falls down here, you take a FIB, okay? And it's highly speculative, legends. It's very highly speculative. But I mean, we still have a lot of levels that can be hit, okay, for a possible bounce here to the upside, right? And maybe we stay inside this bull flag and we don't even go down lower. Maybe we stay inside of this bull flag, and a maximum target that I would like to see get hit, okay, is when I go onto the 1 hour time frame and I'm doing a little bit of small time frame analysis over here, is that when I look at this structure and I take a FIB from the low to the high, the maximum target I would like to see get hit over here is the 786. Okay, 618 looks really good. There's a daily level there as well. SFP from the lows. You have the pump, the first low that you've made. Usually a really great bouncing area over here. So maybe we will get the bounce here by the 0.618. There's also a daily level just beneath. But the maximum target that I would like to see is the 0.786, where you're also tapping the bottom of the bull flag. Okay. Right. Smash up the like for the education over here. Legends, also, please remember, there's the nice little blue moon, and down in the description of this video you click on more. Let me just zoom in for everyone to see. Under exchanges, bluffing, no KYC required, also up to an 80k bonus depending on how much you deposit and trade. Come and join me, okay? And only takes a couple of minutes to sign up. Right, okay, legends, so let's zoom out a little bit into the structure and just take stock of where we are, okay? I did give, I think, a fair in detailed update this morning during my YouTube pre-recorded video, where I'm still looking at this bull flag, where you just basically connect all the highs, and I'm also connecting this pivot against this pivot. So this could potentially be a bull flag, okay, that's going to give us a breakout here to the upside to go and claim the high. And purely from a simple technical perspective, what some traders will do is that they will go measure the pole, okay, from where the start started, and then they will go measure the move or the potential breakout here to the upside. But I mean, depending on where we get the breakout, okay, can that be, can this be, okay? This does not have confluence with the harmonic patterns that I shared with everyone on Saturday, okay? But I'm just measuring it out, and this is what the technicals are telling me to say that, well, if we do have a successful breakout here to the upside, nice bullish momentum building from a CVD perspective, it is potentially the maximum target here by $73,000. Who knows if this is going to play out? But like I said, today I want to focus a little bit more on the bullish side, because on Saturday the stream was extremely bearish, where I focused on the bearish case scenarios, where we could potentially turn around, where we are going to most likely take the lows again. So let's keep it on the other side of the coin this time around And I know the bears are going to hate me because everyone is bearish at the moment. But I'm just saying that this structure does have the potential to potentially hit $73,000. Okay. There's a lot of things counting against it. I do admit there's a lot of things counting against it because this looks awfully three structures, three wavy, 1, 2, 3. Massive consolidation or sideways momentum here at the moment. And will this be able to give us the strength for higher levels, or is it just going to roll down and come and claim the low? That is the question. But I mean, as traders, we actually don't care. Okay? I have to tell you guys that when someone keeps on telling me in the comments, we're going down to 40,000, we're going down to 40,000, why are you discussing bullish case scenarios? You're misleading your community, whatever the case might be. When I get these nasty comments of people being so blinded by what they believe, my question is always, have you made money? If you are blindly believing we're going to $40,000, have you entered a short position? And are you going to make money to the downside? Because I can tell you guys, okay, myself and Andy and the community, we are bulls and bears. We played the momentum here. I can't remember all the trading setups here, but we played the momentum here to the upside. We also longed over here. The community shorted over here. We entered another beautiful long over here. We entered another short over here, okay? There was I think Andy also spoke about a beautiful long trade over here. Okay, where we ranged during the weekend and then we lost the trend, and then I see some of the legends shorted the momentum here to the downside. So we long, we short, and we make money. I don't care if we're going to $40,000 or whether we're going to $100,000. The question is, you can trade momentums to the up and to the downside, to the up and to the downside, and to the up. You get the picture. Okay, are you making money with what the price action is delivering? And this is why I'm here. Educating and showing everyone how to trade this, because there's money to be made. I don't care about $40,000. I don't care about $100,000. Yes, from an investment perspective, we want the price to go up, but I can guarantee you guys, if we do get to $40,000, I will buy more Bitcoin. Okay, I will add to my spot bags, right? But for now, I'm trading what is in front of me. Whether that being down or up, I don't care, right? All we need as traders is volatility. We need the price to go up and we need the price to go down so that we can make money to the upside and to the downside, right? So for those of you that are so stuck to your guns in terms of we're going to $40,000, by all means, believe that thesis and believe that analysis. Just make sure that you are making money from a day trading perspective, okay? And also, if you are aggressively shorting, targeting the $40,000 level here to the downside, you need to have clear invalidations. Where's your stop loss? Where are you going to decide to cash out? Don't be that person that's just sticking to one direction, okay? And then your direction gets invalidated and you do not change your mind around it. Because I know of someone that's been bearish for a hell of a long time and blew a big hole in their account, okay, thinking that we're going to $10,000 and now we are at $58,000. Cool. Andy in the house, 2 legends. Yes, Mr. Andy is an absolute scalping legend. Our analysis today was so spot on and actually scary, but I think last week as well, we just knew about the same levels. We were analyzing the same levels. So absolutely fantastic to have a legend and we helping each other out, guiding the community through the trading setups as well. Okay, sorry, I just need a sip of water. Okay, legends. Now that I've had my little rant about the bearish people, by all means, you know, and if you want to be bearish, but, you know, learn to trade the momentum here to the upside and to the downside, because even if we definitely going to $40,000, you can still make money here on the upside. You can short the market to the downside, depending on what the market offers you. Okay, so legends, the question is, are we going to stay inside the bull flag for now? Okay, are we going to make that higher low for continuation and potentially then get the breakout to the upside? That is the question. And what I do know is I like levels of high confluence to observe the price reaction to make that ultimate trading decision. And then when I move in or zoom in to this structure over here, there are two high confluence levels that I'm watching here at the moment. Okay, the first one I'm watching is when I take a fib from the low to the high, and let me make it a little bit thicker so everyone can see the levels, and I switch on my daily levels. Bam. Okay, so I really like this level here by the 0.618, which has confluence with a daily level. Looks like a beautiful liquidity grab here, also an SFP from the lows. So if we do lose, you can see that it looks like we want to lose this trend over here, just chopping in and out of this trend. Okay, I don't know if we're going to go higher, I don't know if we're going to fall down, but I have areas that I'm going to watch when the price hits those levels to make that ultimate trading decision. Okay, so the first level from a longing perspective that I'm watching is that if we find momentum here to the downside, and I'm not going to go into Elliott wave theory because I can go and count the structure, and I see Andy actually spend a lot of time in his live stream today analyzing this structure from an Elliott wave perspective. So I'm not going to bore anyone with the Elliott wave structure at the moment. All I will say is that this level for me is a potential longing zone, because it has confluence with a daily. You have a 0.618 and a swing failure from the lows. And I'm not saying it's guaranteed that we're going to bounce over here. I'm saying it's an area of confluence that I'll be watching for a price reaction to make a trading decision. Then a little bit further up here, we have another daily level. Okay, so when I zoom into that structure, taking a fib here from the highs to the lows, okay, not really a lot of confluence. It's like in the middle between nowhere. So maybe let's use this pivot over here. Okay, close to the 786, definitely a possibility. So now there's some levels of confluence, but also when I switch on my point of controls, you can see we have, okay, a 786 and a 0.88, like tightly squeezed in the middle. We have a daily level and we have a naked point of control. So I will be watching this zone for potential short or along. Okay, if price just finds the strength to move up here and it smashes through this level like a hot knife through butter, it's definitely, there's a possibility that you flip this area into support and you have the breakout to the upside. Okay, or you find weakness, it struggles, and it starts rolling down to the downside. Also, yeah, I will be watching the price action when we get here, because you're either going to slice through it. Okay, that's why I don't trade with limit orders, because it's difficult to manage risk with limit orders. I like to be in front of the chart, manage my risk, know where to put my risk management, and then, you know, most of my trades are market executed. So I want to see how price is going to react in this zone from a longing perspective. And these are the high levels of confluence that I currently see at the moment. 0.618 daily level. A little bit further down, if we do get here, we have diagonal support in confluence with the bull flag. And then let's see how we react at this level. So if we do slice through here, okay, maybe we find support here, some local bullish CVD, and we start turning around, okay? Or then here on top, we find strength, we struggle, short opportunity, okay? Or it could be a long opportunity depending on how price reacts over here. Also short or long opportunity for me here, right? So just something from a larger time frame perspective that I wanted to point out, or from a higher confluence area perspective that I wanted to point out. Okay. Now, I just wanted to go and have a look at CVD here quick. That already played out. Not an easy one. I would like for all exchanges to come down here and create bullish CVD against this pivot, because we already had bullish CVD against this pivot on Bybit, of which the target was the high and we took it. Okay, so I'm actually more interested in CVD more locally after this price action to see what's going to happen. Right, guys, show some love for the alpha and smash the like button for 𝗬𝗍𝗍. Yes, Mr. Crypto Big Brains, thank you so much. Wave Trader, hi 𝗬𝗍𝗍, hi all. Thanks for joining. Cutest girls. Easier to just get in on the lowest point and go long. Right, the question is, where's the lowest point? No? That's the question. Where's the lowest point? Don't believe the hype. Cutest girls. Half of the stream just needs to like the stream. 𝗬𝗍𝗍, can the price action since 8th of August be a fourth wave? Let me go and check that out. Since the 8th of August? Oh, you mean this consolidation over here? Yes, I know exactly what you mean. Okay, let me take the daily levels out, clean up the chart a little bit over here. There's a possibility, okay? From a bearish perspective, a lot of people are looking at this structure as a three-wave structure. But if you zoom into the 5-minute time frame, 3-minute, even the 1-minute time frame, you can force count, okay? And I'm using the words force count 5 waves inside of the structure, where basically there's a couple of ways you can count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, and then this is 1. Okay, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you can force count a 5-wave structure in here, and I'm not going to go and micro count all the scenarios. I have seen a couple of Ellioticians micro counting 5-wave structures using various methods inside of here, but it's not pretty. It's not a clean 5-wave structure, but you can go and force count 5-wave structures inside of here with leading diagonals. Some people are looking at this as a potential leading diagonal over here. Okay, leading diagonal where you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C to the downside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, where this is then a wave 1, and then as per your comment, this, okay, is all a wave 2, not a fourth wave. The 1 is already in. Okay, this is all a second wave corrective structure where you are expecting, okay, maximum target for a second wave 786, definitely a possibility that it can find strength from where it is right now even, and you are expecting an explosive third wave here to the upside. There are counts like that, and I mean we cannot rule them out. So I have, during last week and on Saturday, I have gone through all the bearish case scenarios. But I do just want to talk about the bullish case scenarios, which doesn't carry high probability, but you just never know, okay? Is that this can be the formation of a 1, a large corrective 2, okay? Maybe the second wave ended over here, right, where 2 goes underneath there, and this is the start of a third impulsive wave here to the upside. Let's just play out the what if. If this is indeed the scenario, then what you would like to do is you take a FIP, a trend-based FIP, not a normal FIP, a trend-based FIP, from the low to the high to this low over here, and if we do come down lower, I will just drag the FIP down, okay? So minimum target usually for a third wave here to the upside is the 0.618. Yeah, I just want to make sure that I've got all my settings correct over here, because that looks incredibly high, and that's all fine. Okay, so we have to consider the scenario, okay, that what if this is a 1, 2, 3 to the upside, where usually the 1.618 is regarded as a minimum target, okay? It can go down lower as long as it's just higher than the 1-to-1 extension. But usually the third waves goes up until the 1.618, where we can definitely go and claim $78,347. There, I said it, okay? I just had to highlight the bullish scenario because the world is extremely bearish, and I do want to highlight that the bearish structure do, at the moment, still carry higher probability. But a good trader always has a bullish scenario, and he always looks at the bearish case scenario as well. So I've spent a lot of time looking at the bearish case scenarios where we might not even claim this high over here. We're going to form that beautiful harmonic, okay, that I've showed everyone on Saturday, and we're going to fall down. right? So we definitely know that that's a possibility. We've identified the levels of confluence where we can get the rejection. I've spoken about the bat harmonic. I've spoken about the Gartley harmonic, where we could potentially, definitely, okay, roll over before we claim the high over here. I just have to highlight, what if this is a 1, 2, 3 year to the upside, so that we as a community are not surprised when we take the high and it looks like we're just building up strength here to the upside. No weakness, bullish CVD continuously playing out, just finding upwards momentum here to the upside. Okay, but I mean, third waves can also be very explosive. It can go to the 2618, it can go to the 3618, but I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's be conservative and look at $78,000. Okay, let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Do you guys think, okay, there's a chance for this bullish case scenario to play out? Let me know in the comments, because have I received bearish comments in the last 2 weeks. It's absolutely insane. And what I can tell everyone is that I still see whales buying at these levels. And it's just one thing that puzzles me, that if this corrective, if this structure is so incredibly bearish and corrective here to the upside, why are whales still accumulating in the zone? Wouldn't they be selling? Okay, it is a question, right, to be asked. Hannes, welcome to the live stream. Yes, CVD is free. Is the CVD tool free? Yes, the CVD tool is free. Also, down in the description of this video, you will see here, right at the bottom, is the website for the CVD tool. Okay, wave trader, I'm bullish. Okay, so you think that we're going to go up. I mean, I definitely stand to be corrected, and I don't care whether I'm right or wrong. It's just something that I've been wondering and pondering about, is that every single, let me just take the moon phases here out the way. Okay, every single bullish structure that we had to the upside, a beautiful 5-wave, a double 1-2 combo, 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4 5, every clear bullish structure that we had to the upside that was easy to count from an Elliott wave perspective has failed us. It's taken the lows. It was supposed to make a higher low for continuation to the upside. Okay, this structure has failed us. When I look at this structure, okay, this was not an easy one, but still better than the one we are in right now. 1 2 3 4 5. Some of the exchanges did take the high over there, right? You can see a 5-wave structure. It failed us. So I can't help but wonder, just in the back of my mind, now that we're seeing a bearish structure that looks super bearish, maybe, just maybe, this is going to be the structure that's going to surprise everyone. Just maybe. Maybe it's going to be the bearish structure that's going to take us into the bull market. I don't know. But I have highlighted that there's a possibility to come and claim the low. Right. One thing I just want to go measure here quick, I'm just curious, is from the beginning of this impulse to the end, okay, it's quite normal. So what I'm trying to just work out over here is, usually after an impulse, okay, an impulse here to the upside, you just want to see how long the corrective structure has taken. And this is almost by the 2 extension over here, which means that the correction, this correction up until this low, is twice as long as the impulse here to the upside. So it increases probabilities that the low could be in, okay, where you want to see a higher low for continuation and a breakout to the upside. But I mean, it can even go to the 3 extension, and here by the 4 extension, then the probability starts decreasing. Okay, definitely, then where you could start finding downwards momentum. So you really want the corrective structure to be at an end, coming close to an end over here. We're almost here by the 3 extension tomorrow. Okay, 3 ratio here by tomorrow. Is there a wave to predict a definite wave count after a certain wave count? What? Is there a wave to predict a definite wave count after a certain wave count? I'm not sure I understand your question. I will wait for the audio guy. I don't. Maybe you can just rephrase your question. I'm not sure I understand. I will wait for the double bottom to the moon, baby. I mean, that would be okay. That would be an awesome trade. Okay, so I mean, legends. Yes, I'm highlighting the bullish case scenarios over here, but I mean, like I highlighted Saturday during my stream. If you haven't checked out Saturday's live stream, go check it out. I'm not going to go through everything again. Okay, where we are looking for a possible rejection at the 786 level and the 0.88. A godly pattern, a bad pattern where we're not going to go claim the high, and we are forming that beautiful harmonic. Okay, tap the 618, bounce there perfectly, where you're expecting a rejection here to the downside, either at the 786 or the 88, and go and claim the low once again. So I have highlighted this scenario. Beautiful godly pattern and a bat pattern here to the downside. Hence the thumbnail has a bat inside of it. Okay, cool. So I just want to go and have a look at CVD. Okay, I would like to see bullish CVD on all exchanges before I make a trading decision to the upside. What else? Okay, let's go back here onto the 1 hour time frame, zoom into the structure. So I mean, legends, if I take a fib here from the low to the high, okay, we also have to acknowledge that if price finds continuation here to the downside and it loses the bull flag, okay, it loses the flag here to the downside, you break down, you retest the area as resistance, you continue here to the downside, we still have confluence with a 0.618 level. Beautiful SFP from the lows over here. There is a massive amount of liquidity below this low over here. Definitely a possibility that you have the fake out basically to the downside. The fake out to the downside, you find support and you break back in, and then you go and claim the highs. Definitely a possibility, but I mean the structure overall will still be bullish, where you have an impulse, a correction to the 0.618, and you continue the momentum to the upside. So I just want to highlight that the world might not even come to an end if we lose the bull flag over here. Okay, we still have a chance, right? And we need to observe the price reaction at each level to see that do we still have a chance for momentum to the upside. You will obviously go and switch on your levels of confluence, switch on your daily levels, and as you can see over here, right, lots of daily levels that are still untapped. We have a daily level here. This is the one that I'm waiting for now. If we do find momentum here to the downside, this is the daily level that I'm watching for a potential higher low and continuation here to the upside. Okay, another daily level here in the middle between the 50% and the 618. Also be observing the price reaction where you're basically grabbing the liquidity below this low. Okay, fake out upside here by the daily level. And then the one that I like more is by the 0.618 and a daily level nice close together, and you SFP from the lows over here. Okay, so we just have to always look at the bearish and the bullish case scenario. So if we do lose the flag, the bull flag, okay, I'm still looking at this area as a possible bounce to the upside. Then to the upside also, okay, we can be ranging for a little bit longer. Okay, we have a daily naked point of control. Also, when you take a fib from the high to the low, I think it's inside the golden zone between the 618 and 786. I want to observe how price reaction is going to react here. I can tell you guys now that let's play out the scenario. We come down, we SFP here from the daily level. We find momentum up. If we break through the trend, the daily level, the naked point of control, if we break through here with high volume, there's a high probable chance that this will be the true breakout to the upside. And ideally what you would like to see is this price slice through here like a hot knife through butter. You flip it into support and you continue the momentum here to the upside. Okay, it needs to slice through this daily level as well at $60,550 to go and claim that high and move to higher levels. Cool. So after you have seen a particular wave count, will it guarantee a particular wave count? So a good Elliot wave trader, and any good trader, regardless of which trading strategy you trade, okay, will always have a bullish and a bearish wave count. One of the scenarios will always carry a higher probability, and the probability is based on how many things is wrong with the structure, because there's unfortunately no structure that is perfect. Okay, this structure at the moment has more bearish vibes to it because of this three-wave structure. You can force count 5 waves inside of here, but it's not pretty. It's not an easy count like the other bullish structures that I've shown you. So I can tell you now that this can definitely be a 1, 2, 3, which is a bullish case scenario that I have, where we can go to $78,000. But this can also be a 1, 2, 3, okay, or a WXY to the upside, which I've highlighted. And at the moment, the bearish case scenario still carries higher probabilities until the levels are broken and it invalidates a specific scenario. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I can't just be bullish or just be bearish based on the Elliott wave scout scenarios, because it doesn't matter where the price goes to. There will always be a bullish and a bearish case scenario from an Elliott wave perspective. The reason I like Elliott waves is because it gives me areas of confluence with targets. So if I, for example, say, okay, well, I'm looking at this as a bearish structure, where's the highest point that it can go with that I need to start paying attention for a short to the downside? Okay, then I go and I switch on my bearish case scenario. Not this one. Not this one. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Local bearish. Here we go. Okay, so for now, this is the bearish structure that carries the highest probability. Okay, and you can see, although the structure is still bearish, price can still go up. The Y wave has a common target of the 0.618. So I am very interested in this daily and naked point of control that I have over here. If price finds the strength to move up here, it claims the high. Okay, a lot of people are going to turn bullish, right? We're going to $100,000. And if we hit this level, when we hit this level and I see weakness, I see bearish CVD building up, for example, over here, I will say, okay, maybe this corrective structure carries now higher probability because I'm seeing weakness in the price as we are hitting this level. If price does not show me any bearish signals and it just continues momentum, continuously building up bullish CVD as price finds strength to the upside, then I would say, okay, well, maybe this corrective structure, the probabilities are switching to the bullish structure. So there's never ever a guarantee in the market. It's all about just observing the price reaction when you hit areas of confluence based on the structures that you are watching. I hope I was able to answer your question as best as I can, but I cannot tell everyone that we are definitely going to $78,000, right? It's all about knowing the structures and where the targets are. And when price gets there, I will make a trading decision. Okay. Okay, thanks. Great explanation. Thanks, 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗁 guy. Thanks, man. Yes, it's not easy. I have just seen when you are following a YouTube influencer or trader, whoever you follow on YouTube, and they are just bullish or they are just bearish, okay, I unfollow them, because a good trader will have bias towards a certain direction. Okay, a good trader will, for example, tell you we're definitely going up from here. Guys, we need to find the entry in this zone. A great trader will tell you, guys, there's another level we need to watch over here. I do see the probability of us coming to claim this high over here, but we need to look at this level. And a little bit further up, there's another daily level. So when we hit these levels, maybe I'll be in a live stream or I will guide you guys through what I see over here. And that's exactly what myself and Andy does in our Legends Trading community. First link down in the description. okay? If you want to know where the Legends trading community is, first link down in the description. This is typically if we are awake and not sleeping. When we start hitting these levels, myself and Annie will jump on, we'll post some screenshots and tell everyone, okay, I'm attempting a short over here, great risk management, price looks weak, I think we're going to find downwards momentum. This is where I think we need to start taking profits, whatever the case might be. So a great trader will always have a bullish and a bearish case scenario, okay, and respond based on what the price action is giving them. So I mean, purely for the bulls out there, if you are extremely bullish and you think we're just going to higher levels, have you shorted? Have you shorted? Have you shorted? Okay, because there was a lot of short opportunities here where the bulls don't get in. If you are extremely bearish, okay, and you believe that we are definitely coming to claim the highs or the lows over here, have you been longing? Have you been longing, making money here to the upside? Have you? Okay. Because the bears will always look for short opportunities. The bulls will always look for long opportunities, right? And by not caring and not giving a crap, you will long, you will short, you will long, you will short, you will long, you will short based on the levels of confluence. So by not choosing a direction, basically gives you greater probabilities and more money to be made from a day trading perspective. Okay, how to enter a trade while bullish CVD? Because it already pumped. Thanks. I like to use CVD in confluence. Okay, that's why I said it is so important. I think a lot of people started using the CVD indicator that I've shared over here. A lot of people imported the settings. Great on you. The CVD is even more powerful when you combine it with a trading strategy that you are familiar with and that you are having success with, okay? I like CVD the most when I have areas of confluence. We hit a specific area of confluence that I am eyeing, and then I observe the CVD when and if we hit those levels. I'm unfortunately not a trader that will look at price action like this, that's in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't know if it wants to go up or down, and then I look at CVD in here and I'm just shorting, longing, shorting, longing, shorting based on what CVD is giving me. It's not how I trade as a trader. I like to trade when areas of confluence are hit that I agree with, okay, and then I observe CVD. Because that is my trading strategy. That's part of my trading strategy. I'm not going to go and zoom on into the 5 minute, 1 minute time frame and be like, oh, okay, we have bullish CVD, so I'm going to enter a trade, okay? And then price moves up. Okay, now we have bearish CVD. Crap. Okay, let me exit my trade. And we start moving down. Okay, now we have bullish CVD. It's not how I trade. It's not my trading style. And I'm sure that there are most probably successful trading styles doing this from a scalping perspective on the smaller time frames. It's just not my style of trading. I like for clear levels, okay, to be hit to make an ultimate trading decision. Okay, and then sometimes inside of this range, you know, there's point of controls, there's value area lows, there's value area highs. Like this morning, we did highlight and point out a couple of trading scenarios in this zone over here. I think myself and Andy spoke about reclaiming the lows over here. So we fell here to the downside, we struggled, we broke through, we reclaimed the lows. That was a beautiful long year to the upside. But it's in combination with a trading strategy where we said an SFP from the lows, you lose the lows, you reclaim the lows, you enter with your stop below the low, and you take profits by the highs. Beautiful trade that played out here. Okay, also you lose the highs, okay, then you short. So it's in combination with a trading strategy with horizontal support and resistances that you can use CVD, but you trying to use CVD by itself, yeah, you're going to struggle. I think you're going to struggle. You might get lucky a couple of times, but you need to use it in combination with a tried and tested trading strategy. It is another tool in your arsenal that you need to use. It can't be the only thing. Okay, it needs to be used in combination with other things. Cool. Jaco van Nieuwenhuizen, you normally point out hidden divergence on the CVD when you say there is divergence. Does regular divergence also work on the CVD? Okay. I suppose the best way for me to explain it is if I go onto the 1 hour, it doesn't work like bullish and bearish divergence. It works a little bit different, okay? But when I look at this entire structure that we're now focusing on, I can see that we have bullish CVD against this pivot and against that pivot, okay? You can see yellow, bullish, white, bullish, okay? Also against this pivot, right? So you have bullish CVD, of which the target is the high. The difference that I practice here is now I want to see from this price action, okay? I now know that there's bullish CVD, of which the target is the high. It is the price action in this range to the right. This price action now needs to give me bullish CVD again. I want to see bullish CVD against this pivot and the low. Or if we find continuation here to the downside, I want to now see bullish CVD against these two pivots to confirm that this CVD has a chance of playing out. Okay, so I acknowledge the bullish CVD over here, but this structure needs to tell me whether this CVD can play out. It's never guaranteed. Okay, so that's why I always refer to this as the larger time frame CVD. And it's never guaranteed. Oh, we have bullish CVD, the target's the high. You enter with 100x leverage and then price does this. Never guaranteed, because what could happen is price could do this here to the downside, and you have continuous bearish CVD building up between each high, pushing the price down, because local CVD in the smaller time frames, 3-minute, 5-minute time frame, takes priority over bigger CVD. Okay, currently getting a little pump here to the upside. So this is where I like to go onto the 5-minute time frame, okay, and check what is cooking over here. And we do have, on yellow, we do have bullish CVD against these two pivots. I would have liked to see bullish CVD on white. Doesn't matter, but the target is the high. The target is here by the high. Right. Well, this looks like a bear flag to me till now. We're just going to make a W on the 4-hour time frame, so expected is a 618 to 786. Okay, so you're saying basically on the 1-hour time frame, are you saying that you are expecting us to come down here to $54,000? Definitely a possibility. Okay. If we do come down to $54,000, the structure will still look bullish. If we do this, we still have a higher low. Okay, so there's still a chance to go and claim the high. And I can just imagine with this bullish CVD that I have marked out over here, if price had to find continuation here to the downside, there's going to be even more aggressive bullish CVD building up. But then in the local price action, you want to see confirmation of this CVD. I say we go to around 50K, and then for Solana, I think some 120. Yes, I'm not in touch with Solana at the moment. I'm purely just focused on Bitcoin here. And I am building up some spot bags on some of my favorite altcoins, especially when we hit this low over here. I did buy some altcoins from a spot and investment perspective. And if we take the low again, I will simply add to those bags. That's why I always have dry powder. I don't go all in, okay? I always have dry powder because I do acknowledge that we could come and claim this low once again, and I want to have dry powder to add to my bags. Thanks a lot. Cool, legends, this is unfortunately all I have time for today. Smash up the like for the education over here. I hope you guys enjoyed what I shared today. And yeah, I think this was quite eventful and educational. I went through a couple of scenarios over here. I shared the bearish case scenarios on Saturday. Today, I shared a little bit of a more bullish scenario that could potentially take us to $78,000. So if we do hit $78,000, You have seen it here, right? It does, at the moment, still carry a lower probability, but there is always a probability. It's never zero, okay? And perhaps, maybe, just maybe, this structure is going to surprise everyone, and it's going to give us the continuation for the bull market that we need without taking the low, because that is also a probability. Thanks, legends. Enjoy the night. Until the next one, cheers for now.